All right, y'all, what's going on? It's Combo Breaker 99 back with another quick post-fight discussion video. All right, y'all, Chantelle Cameron, she's able to get it done. She goes in there, becomes undisputed super lightweight champion over Jessica McCaskill this past Saturday. Chantelle Cameron, to me, I think she was just the overall better technical fighter, the better stiff jab, straight shots right down the pipe in this fight. Fought well off the back foot. Jessica McCaskill, she's a rough, rugged fighter. She likes to make it a dog fight in there, but I think some things were exposed in this fight. Fighting somebody as technical and that was just patient like Cameron. You could see her kind of leaping in off a lot of her shots and just kind of leaning in, trying to force the fight. But every time, a fighter like Cameron would turn angles, she would just kind of leave her hanging and, make her reset. So overall, I thought Cameron, she put on a very good technical clinical in the first half of the fight. Until she started to slow down, that's where McCaskill started to land a bit more and get the fight that she wanted. But I think there were just more rounds in the bag from Cameron throughout this fight. I mean, if you look at the first half, right away, she just was pumping out a nice straight jab, good straight 1-2s down the pipe, as Jessica McCaskill was out of range a lot of the times when she would throw that loopy right hand. She really wasn't jabbing her way in like to the body and to the chest to force like a dog fight. She was just kind of running straight in. And every time she would run in, like I said, Cameron would just play the matador, dip out of the way, and, just pile up these points, land the better, stiffer shots all the way through, I'd say up to like round 5 or 6. Well, I'd say first half of the fight, probably all the way up to 5, I would say it was 4 rounds to 1. Maybe you could even say a clean sweep for Cameron, just because, again, like I said, she was just landing better stiff punches. Jessica McCaskill, I think she just needs to do a better job of putting on educated pressure. Don't just kind of dive in there and hope that loopy right hand lands. Keep the punches a little bit more straight and then, kind of clinch on her opponent or shoulder bump them, when their back is to the rope. So then you can kind of force him to fight and then work that body, go upstairs. I know from the outside looking in, people say, oh, you actually got to be. I've been in there before. I actually been in there before. And I know, like, if you force to fight or if you can fight somebody that likes to push you like a dog, a lot of this has to be set up. But when somebody tries to run at you, yeah, I could just dip out of the way when the overhand right comes. You'll see it coming just like Cameron did. She was very patient, saw a lot of this coming, and she would just kind of throw her stiff jab at an angle every time McCaskill would kind of, lean down to the right. She started picking up on that and just started piling up those points on her. Second half of the fight, I still had Cameron up, in the last 5 rounds, probably like 3 rounds to 2 in this one, because I'd say around 8 and 9 or around 8, 9, and 10, Cameron started to slow down. So there were some close rounds in there, but I still gave round 10 to Cameron, in my opinion, because I thought that even though she slowed down, she was still landing the better shots. McCaskill, she's a dog, though. She'll stay fighting the whole time. She'll keep pushing the fight. She doesn't stop. Even whenever she's outclassed or outgunned, she's still going to keep coming with that action. Yeah, I'd say whenever Cameron stopped using her legs, that's when she started to get hit a little bit more. You could see it in her face. She started getting marked up from those hard overhand rights and just some of those left hook, right hook combinations from McCaskill when she finally found her range with those hard punches. And then when she started using her jab, she had success, but I think she was a little bit far behind when she started using it towards those later part of the rounds. But I'd say it was probably like 7-3, maybe 6-4 at most. I think, Chantelle Cameron, clearly won the fight to me, and it was a unanimous decision. So, yeah, shout out to Cameron. Got another undisputed champion. This one's at the 140-pound mark. From here, we'll see what's next for her. I think Jessica McCaskill, she's still a good fighter. Just a lot of things, to work on, as these girls get a little bit more speedy and technical on her. If she wants to be that type of brawler, she's got to learn how to punch straighter and, come in there with both hands and not be so loopy. I know she's awkward. Like, you like to keep that awkward element, but eventually these technically sound fighters, they can figure that out and start to expose you down the stretch or even in the beginning of a fight, right? So, yeah, guys, let me know if y'all saw the fight. Another good fight for women's boxing. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.